Hey guys, Lard here. In this video we'll continue working on our lightsaber combat project, and we will specifically go forward with the def logic and fixing some issues we have. One thing I want to check quickly is, for some reason my behavior tree decorator just resets to move target every time. So if this happens for you, so you change it, then you save, you close the project, you open, and it's back to an old target, an old entry. Then just, you know, make it again, delete it, and make it again in Blueprints or C++ even. Okay, so we save this, and we have a couple of problems, which is, let's quickly get into his view range. He attacks us several times, then we fly off like crazy. And he keeps attacking. And also we can try attacking, and you can see I'm just pressing the mouse and I'm moving in the air. Alright, so let's quickly fix all this stuff. Let's go to our third person character. So when we die, a couple of things. Here, first of all, let's remove this delay. Now what do we want to do is we want to not collide with the lightsaber after we died, because before we were getting hit, our mesh was getting hit, and afterwards he just kicks our body in the air, so we don't want this. So after we set the collision profile name, let's go ahead and set collision response to all the channels to ignore, so nothing will collide with us. And then the next thing will be set collision response to channel world static, which is floor and everything, you know, all the level geometry will be block, right? So we're blocking all the level geometry but not lightsaber. And also to prevent us from being able to attack when we're dead, go ahead and disable input from the controller as well. Okay, here we go. Let's go back here and come on, man. Yeah. So you can see we just drop into the floor and we cannot attack. I cannot do anything. Okay, I think we can even remove this set physics linear velocity. Maybe it will also be fine there. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, now we are dead, but the guy is still attacking us, so let's fix this thing quickly as well. First of all, let's make an interface. So core, new folder, interfaces. Here we do blueprint interface. Now the cool thing about interfaces is that they allow to execute functions and even get function outputs from objects in Unreal without needing to cast, because remember, when you cast something in your code, this blueprint which uses cast nodes will have to include and have a hard reference to all the assets it casts to. So sometimes you can have massive massive chain of things referencing each other. We don't want this. With interfaces we can avoid this. Okay, so let's call it attackable, right? Attackable will have at least one function, so now we open the interface and we can start writing the interface functions, or rather function names and definitions, right? So one function will be is alive, and it has one output, which is a boolean. Let's call it yes. And it's a const function, so it's not really gonna change anything, it only gives us some information. And you can also make a compact node title. I don't think it will work, but let's see. Alive. Okay, so how do we use it? Well, now let's take our third person character. Let's go ahead here into edit class settings and add attackable interface. Now you can see we have this function right here. We can open it, so by default, the default implementation is we're never alive, right? Well, the check is really easy. We just take our health, split it, and say that x is lower or equals than 0. So we have lower, negative or 0 health, which is really easy. Okay, now if we go to our AI here we see, okay, target is set, then we attack or move it to it. Well, we need another selector here, or sorry, another decorator. Let's quickly make one. So again, AI decorators, blueprint class, BT decorator blueprint base, and this will be an is alive BT decorator. You don't have to do this underscore BT decorator, just my personal kind of preference. In convention, is alive will be the node name, and of course with decorators you override perform condition check AI. So now we have controlled pawn. We still need some boilerplate, which is variable target entry. Same thing once again. Blackboard key selector. So we get this guy cast to, well, rather not, get as actor. And now we don't need to cast it to third-person character. We can just say is alive, and it's an interface. So here we go. And literally the output of this interface is the output of the function. So even if the object does not implement the interface, the output will just be false all the time. Okay, here a decorator is alive. Oops. Of course the target entry is target. So if target is set and it's alive, it's alive, then we attack or move to it, right? You may also want to make sure that there is an actor there. I don't let's see if there's any error, if there's like nothing there. Okay, let's see now. So here's the guy, he doesn't know where to attack us, come on. Hey. Okay, maybe we broke something. Looks like he doesn't know where to go. Let's examine the errors. Set target, set value is object. For some reason, the target is 0. Let's see again. Did we break something here? This should be fine, but we did break something clearly. So for some reason he doesn't set anymore. Let's see again. Try and access non try to read call from get blackboard. There's no blackboard for the guy, seriously? I have no idea why is this the case. So this shouldn't interfere in any way. And yeah, so of course we can just go ahead and try to examine what's happening by looking right here. So we can see he has no targets, and now he has a target. Right, but the is alive condition is never met, apparently. And I wonder why, though. So this guy just should take a target entry as actor. And of course we can also go here and break. And we leave. We go back, and here we do a break. See what happens. And if we step, the output is false, apparently. Okay, so we missed something. Right. I think I did the opposite now. Let's see. Third-person character. Right, so is alive. Yeah, I'm sorry. So of course, obviously, we are alive when, you know, on the opposite we have more than 0 health. That's just my bad. For some reason I thought it was like is dead check. Okay. Get rid of this check. And here he comes, he attacks us, and boom. He goes away because he's satisfied we're dead. Okay, good. So there's this, and then before we end this, let me give you a small kind of advise, rather, or show you a little trick about some visual stuff for our health. So right now there's no visual indication that we're, you know, taking damage. We did this and we died. Right, so what I do usually is I go to, let's go to, we have to be here, third-person character. Actually, yeah, you know, doesn't really matter. Or are we using third-person character? I think we are, because yeah, we have camera here and there. Okay, good. So we have a tick event here, I guess. Let's see. Event tick. No, we don't. Okay, that's even better. Event tick. So it's not the fastest thing to do, but when you're just prototyping your thing, you know, why not? So what I usually do, I take the camera, and then there's a post-processing settings, right? And so these post-process settings, let's break them. We'll have a lot of stuff here. What we want to take a look at will be saturation. So let's see if we can color grading. Yes, saturation. And they have this new, more complex saturation, right? Okay, so it's just X, Y, Z, W. Good. So at any point in time, let's make it so that the saturation will be as little as our health. So for 1 will be 1, for 0 health will be no saturation. So the image will be black and white completely. Now that's an easy thing to do, of course. So let's go ahead and post-processing settings. Right, so the way how we change values in the structure is we break them, and then we can say, actually we just have to say set members in the struct, right? And here we just need to find saturation. I don't know if we actually, you know what, maybe we don't need to have color gradient, we just need this film saturation. Let's check it. Let's just put here like 0.2 and set it as a post-processing settings, right? Every tick. Doesn't seem to do anything though. Right, let's go back to our guy here. Oops, sorry. Alright, so this does happen, or does it not actually? Did we disable tick for our guy? No, I don't think so. Maybe for this guy we have tick. Yeah, we do, by the way. Let's delete this guy, we don't need tick for him anyway. I wonder though why the tick doesn't get processed here. Actually it does. And this also happens. So let's remove the breakpoints. And nothing happens here still. Okay, so let's try something obvious. Something that would definitely change the situation. There's a lot of settings nowadays. Motion blur, light propagation, we don't want that. Space reflections. Tint, screen percent. Yeah, okay, that could definitely affect stuff. So let's put here like 10%. Yep, that works. Nice. Let's remove screen percentage, even though it could be fun. Okay, so now we don't need the saturation pin here. I think this saturation works anyway. So let's make vector 4, and we're just gonna. We don't need this thing. We're just gonna go ahead, take our health. Remember, split. Delete to get a fraction from 1 to 0, and just, can we by the way do that? No. Okay, so this will be from 0 to 1, and that's exactly what we need, right? Let's try it. Come on, attack me. Yep, exactly. So now you can see there's nearly no saturation, and then it goes back. Does it though? Not sure. maybe there is this kind of saturation is not exactly working the same way that classic 0 to 1 saturation works. Oops, because this is pretty much white, and then this, I think no, it doesn't return back. Okay, or maybe it does. Yeah, it looks like it does return back. For some reason we have our health back, or something else happens there. Anyway, so this is a small indication of how much health do you have left. You can see we have a lot of problems though, because for one of, for example, when he attacks, sometimes he cuts us several times during one attack, right? So let's see it again. It's like 3 cuts in a row. So of course this is avoidable in various ways, and we will discuss them in the next video. So see you soon, guys. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.